Okay, well, after... Hey, hold on a sec. Yeah, I already know about their launch codes. What? No, I was going to tell you about using the ship log to set destination markers for locations you've visited before. It's a brilliant feature, if I say so myself. Dead useful. And the risk it poses of shorting out the fuel regulator and causing the ship to explode is so minimal that only Ghosten would worry about it. Wait, so how do I use it? When you're on your ship, open up its log to the location you want to mark. Anyway, it's fine, as long as you've been there at least once. Hop in the pilot seat and the ship will throw up a destination marker on your display. It's that easy. Wow, Slate, how do you come up with these incredible ideas? Well, I do the best I can with what I've got. Really, you're too kind. Slate, you're a technological marvel. Whoa, say that again, please? That sounds so good when it's not sarcastic. Anyway, I've got a fire to enjoy, and you've got launch codes to grab. Go wild with the marking feature while you're out there. Just try not to follow it so directly you fly into the sun, okay? Little update from him, huh? I do wonder if we could get any updates from anybody else here. But as I was going to say, after our mind-blowing discovery last time, as much as I want to go back there and see what that's all about, let's put that on hold, I think, for now. And I think I always forget their names. The Hourglass Twins are probably on today's to-do list. Ah, here we go, we got some updates. The Stranger. A massive artificial ring world hidden within some sort of cloaking field. It does not appear to be Hearthian or Nomai in origin. An enormous reservoir with wooden piers and buildings on both shores. There's more to explore here. Yes, there is. River Lowlands. A low-lying region near the entrance to the Stranger. There are wooden buildings along the banks of the river. I saw a building marked with a unique symbol receding into one of the canyon walls, but the bridge that used to lead it to it has rotted away. A pair of small rocky islands connected by a village of stilt houses. I found a large metal symbol for the Eye of the Universe inside a burned-out building. So are these other people looking for the Eye? Or are they connected to the Eye some way? But yeah, that's a mystery for another day. I'm curious if anything else that we find out while investigating these will lead us back to this? Or is it literally just this radio tower that kind of connected us there? I don't know. What was he saying we could do? Something on the log, right? We could go back to somewhere. Mark location on HUD. Right, okay. Could we always do that, or... is that a new feature they've added somehow? Okay, well, I guess we're heading to the Hourglass Twins then. I assume the time is ticking, so we should get there. I don't know which one we're going to land on. I guess the amber one? We're away! Kind of close to the sun, so I'm a little bit worried about that. Let's see what the deal is. As it disappears around the sun. Wait. I don't want the the autopilot to send us straight through the sun. There's also this thing. I can't seemingly dock with that though. And we obviously still have the quantum moon to investigate. Which... can we do now that we've been to to Giant's Deep? So we did the tower there. Didn't really learn anything new. This autopilot is not getting me there at all, is it? we're going to end up in the sun again. If not careful. So maybe we just need to land on this thing's... This Quantum Moon's south side is what they said, right? That's another day. We've also got the Interloper that's about to collide with us as well. We've not been there yet. So by the time we get there, it'll be time for a reset. Yeah, it's like all the... It's like the ash one is like all sand and it's just draining into this one. Which is weird. And apparently there's a core here somewhere. Okay, well, this is as good a spot as any, I guess. Definitely looks a lot smaller than any of the other ones. Nope. Thank you. Let's see what this is. Didn't we see this in one of the pools? I think it was this one. Yeah, it's here, look. There's a room down there. Some kind of entranceway. Also, there's someone, one of ours on this planet, right? Unknown. Ah, he's down there. Okay. Well, let's just investigate this for now. Ah, here we go. Of course, the door won't work. They're always sealed. Note, this door will need to remain closed for some time. Pi and I are running an experiment based on the extraordinary findings from the Whitehall station. Robbie and I will be running this experiment until one of us, specifically me, can prove the other wrong. So although it's inconvenient, the lab currently can only be accessed by the path from the Sunless City. Inviting sand inside would disrupt our setup and could have enormous consequences. We realise this is an intriguing prospect, but the door must remain closed nonetheless. An update. The High Energy Lab is now being used to design the Ash Twin project. If you're here to help or even just to observe, be sure to use the Sunless City path to the lab. High Energy Lab. So this is what they were using to power the probe, right? Or the launcher. The cannon or whatever it was on their Giant's Deep. The Sunless Sea. Well, we're here. We may as well just follow this thread, I guess. I'm guessing as this drains itself, it's going to get smaller and it's going to reveal whatever's in there, right? And then maybe we can gain access? Is that the idea? Ooh, be careful. What's the gravity like here? Follow the power lines, I guess? Yeah, it's slowly filling up this one, isn't it? There we've got Ghost Matter. Crash Site Caves. Yeah, we've only found one escape pod so far, haven't we? Forget where the other ones are. I think there's maybe one here and one on Dark Bramble. Sunless Sea is that way. Okay, well we can't really go through there then, can we? Plus that seems to come down anyway, so we wouldn't be able to go up it. We go this way then. Do I get distracted and go this way, or... I imagine it would be very hot here, considering how close to the sun we are. Right, as much as I want to explore everything, we are on a time limit. Obviously, we can just come back, it's not a problem, but for now, let's stay on the path. Try and stay somewhat focused. Also, I don't know how this is going to affect anything we want to do as this slowly fills up. Trees, always nice. Feel that oxygen. Spooky cave. Of note, this passage leads to breathable air. Refill your supply tank here. We can't tell how far or deep these tunnels may wind, but do not linger, as the area is exposed to the heat of this alien sun. Guessing I don't want to go down there. Is this an escape pod? We have found an enormous cavern at the end of this passage that appears promising. I believe we could construct long-term shelter there. The cavern Mallory found is a wise choice for shelter. Could one of you mark directions for the others to follow? This is the start of the path to the shelter site. I have left directions to guide you there. Of note, we must hurry, as the pathway there is filling with sand. Do not allow yourself to be buried by sand, and make sure no one is lost. Okay, sounds like more time limits. Is that way then, is it? Because this looks like the escape pod, right? Yeah, here's the door. Emergency escape hatch. Keep moving, friends. There is nothing of interest at the end of this passage but rocks. I'll be the judge of that. And while these rocks are interesting, they can wait until a less urgent time. Do not follow this tunnel to its end. Cullius and I will examine the horror that lies at its terminus later, provided we live through this. Examine the horror that lies at... Well, no, I've got to go. When you say horror, do you mean living horror, or do you mean... Oh, I don't like that. That's an anglerfish. Look at that shit. Someone wrote a message. Oh, it's a skeleton. So that is something we need to... Did I land right in it? Wow, I did. There's something we need to look into, apparently, because they found a way to get past an anglerfish on Dark Bramble. I don't think we discovered what that was. No, a bit further. That's a big old anglerfish. Huh? Seemingly some dead nomai down there. But this thing is clearly dead, and it looks like we can even go into it and further down. Oh. It's hard to tell. Does that lead anywhere, do you think? I don't know how else we'd get in there, though. I don't see a particular way in there. Oh, above? Okay, there's a way to drop down. That'd be quite the nasty shock, and it might still be. Okay, we need to go in there as well. I'm going to check this way first. Okay, this is literally just a dead end. Up into here then. The heat from this star system's sun is more bearable below the surface. When our escape pod punctured into this planet's surface, it broke into what scans show is a cave system with much cooler air. I would recommend we seek a site down there to build a long-term shelter on there, but these passages are a maze. Even with this danger, they are still our best chance for survival. We'll form teams and descend into the caves to look for a shelter site. We can mark our findings on the walls, to avoid becoming irreversibly lost. Be cautious, everyone. And be aware of the sands as you search. It appears to be rising gradually. Yeah, by the time we get down there, I think the sun's going to be too high for us to go much deeper. That's fine. Baby steps. Begin flight log. Escape pod 2. Vessel has been mortally injured. Emergency sequence activated. Awaiting departure from vessel. Launching escape pod 3. Now launching escape pod 2. Alert. Collision imminent. Preparing for impact. Scanning external environment. Scan complete. External temperature is prohibitively high. Verdict. Inhospitable. Do not seek shelter on planet surface. Is there another way out the top end of this, or... Yeah, how these are laid out. I wonder how they got about these. We need status reports for all systems. The initial things first. Is everyone unharmed? Our escape pod's passengers are afraid, but physically well, I don't know. Everyone survived the crash. This is a relief at least. You have my gratitude. Burr, were you able to find the other escape pod's distress signals? I can hear both signals somewhere in the star system, but I don't believe either escape pod crashed on the same planet as us. Yeah, there's their signal. There we go, escape pod 2. Some path forming there, look. Lots of things buried in that one, huh? Okay, well, we found this at the very least. Let's head back in and head down. Try and explore some of these caves. We need to top up on oxygen first. Though the sand is filling, so I'm wondering if we've run out of time by this point. Oh yeah, look, it's all in here already. Okay, just enough of the trees left. We might not be able to go any deeper. So we've got to be fast going down here, huh? Let's see how far we can go. So do you think this planet just cycles? I mean, it's called the hourglass, so it must keep like switching between putting sand here and then pouring it back on the other one. Though I guess we're not going to see that because of our deadline of supernova. We might be getting buried alive here. I don't see anywhere else to go. I'm not going to be able to get back out. Ah, being crushed! Is it just me, or do we sound different each time we wake up? I feel like the breath of me waking up is a bit different. Not sure what that means. If anything. Okay, let's see what we learnt. Found a cave with an anglerfish fossil inside, but the opening is only big enough for my scout. The Nomai learned how to evade anglerfish, theoretically at least, by studying an anglerfish fossil they found on Ember Twin. So that's that thing then. So what we could do is put the launcher, the scout launcher, at it, and then go to the surface and find a way down through the hole. One of the 3 Nomai escape pods that crashed in our solar system. All 3 escape pods were launched from something called the Vessel, which was badly damaged. I wonder if we can find that somewhere. Or what's left of it. The Nomai survivors who crashed on Ember Twin decided to seek shelter in the caves beneath their crashed escape pod. The Nomai discovered a promising long-term shelter site at the end of one of the passengers beneath the escape pod. There is a path leading to the high-energy lab from the Sunless City. I found a trailmaker from the Sunless City, but the path is blocked. Would it be easy to... If we want to get straight there... Alright, that's the Hanging City, right? Still stuff there to explore. I wonder what I missed. I mean, there is the forge we don't do anything with. What am I looking for? I want to find this. Let's mark that. Then we can go straight there, right? And continue our search. Funbait is getting there before it disappears around the sun. Uh-oh. The ash one is now in the way. There's a teleporter thing there, look. Teleporter ruins. Go, go, go! I assume we just don't want to go down there, but who knows? Maybe you do. Maybe there is something down there. Right, this is the room that was filled last time, right? The path to the shelter site is somewhat convoluted, so follow the instructions ahead closely. I will try. Let me see what's down. I don't know. To reach the shelter site, walk forward until you meet the sunfall at the pit. Then turn left. Continue to the room filled with rock column formations and climb upward through the opening above them. The sun here is rising, so you must be cautious but swift. So walk forward until we get to the sunfall pit, and then turn left, and then continue to the room filled with the rock columns, and then up. This one. And turn left. But what are in all the other directions? Now up. Okay, so far so good. Be cautious crossing the chasm ahead. The bridge Meloria and I crafted will do its job, but it isn't strong. Once on the far side, look for the tunnel hidden behind the fallen sand. Follow it, and you'll reach the shelter site. So over here then is what you're telling me. You're doing well. There's only a little further left to go now until you've reached the shelter site. You can rest there. Hurry, before the sun comes. Or can I rest or can I hurry? You didn't really give me directions, did you? You're doing well. There's only one. You can rest here. Hurry before the sun comes. Which makes me wonder, do I want to go down? Or up there? Because if the sun was here, I wouldn't be able to get down here, right? But this also seems less likely to get me killed. Now this is also filling up pretty fast. Ah, here we are. This must be it, right? Okay, well, hold on. Will this open a shortcut, maybe? Or what is this? This is amazing. Look inside the cave. How did this come to rest here? We haven't encountered others in these caves. I think this is a rare find. From what we can see, Coleus and I believe the specimen must be very old indeed. Imagine what we might learn if we could examine it. We both agree it's unlikely this dry planet is this horror's place of origin, especially considering what we observed during the vessel's evacuation. Clearly this hole is too small for it to have fit through. Hypothesis. There is another entrance to this cave. If there is, Coleus and I will find it. We can't leave valuable information undiscovered. An update. We need to find a way inside quickly, Malore, because when I returned here to search for an entrance to the cave, there were children playing on the specimen. Ugh. Is this the same cave? Can't be, right? There, it does look like it. There's another text thing there. And there is a hole above it. I'm not sure how we're going to figure out how to get past them based on that. But I'll leave the scout there for now, and we can maybe drop down into it if we have time. Anglerfish Fossil Overlook. I mean, sure, this is still going to fill with sand, no? There's a lot of dead friends here. Oh, it's one of their masks. Or helmets, whatever you want to call it. Something in there. How do I get in there? Oh yeah, oxygen. Any trees down here? There must be a way around to that. How do I get over there? Do I just jump? I mean, I kind of want to figure out how to get into this room. I'm not seeing a likely entrance though. So ready to get rid of the cactuses? Beautiful. Should rebuild the sun station to power the Ash Twin project. Are there other ways to generate this level of power? Theoretically, yes. Practically, no. I can't imagine discovering them in our lifetimes. I understand this proposal is unsettling, but the sun station must be built if we hope to complete the Ash Twin project. The sun station, that's got to be that thing that's rotating around the sun, right? I almost can't comprehend this as being suggested seriously. The purpose of the sun station goes against every standard we hold ourselves to, and everything we believe in as a species. If we fail, and the probability of this is not insignificant, we will without question destroy ourselves, all life here, and the rest of this star system. I wish to protect these species. Okay, is this why the sun's going supernova? The potential annihilation of an entire star system is too severe of a cost. We shouldn't build the sun station, no matter how badly we want the knowledge that comes with it. Fear of failure is a poor reason not to try. I believe if we're cautious, the sun station will work. I believe in Pi. Hoke, I'm deeply honoured. Adair and I comprehend your position. However, if we aren't all but certain the sun station will not cause destruction once we've built it, then I won't support the station's use. Unsurprisingly, idea, I disagree. We're pushing a possible new technology further than ever before. That, in my experience, is the defining characteristics of our species. So, was the sun station part of powering the cannon to find the eye of the universe? The hell did I just do? Don't touch anything. 3. Anglerfish Overlook District. 2. Stepping Stone District. High Energy Lab Trailhead. Eye Shrine District. Oh, he's turning the lights on. This place goes deep, huh? But time is ticking. Okay, this is powered up now. You can go up, but does that give us access to that room by chance? Or is it up there, maybe? There's also a door up there, look. Ah, this is unlocked. Does that take me down to where I want to go, or...? Oh, why didn't you do the thing I wanted? Okay, well, we're down here now. We'll just commit. I wanted to get to that door and open it, but... We're meeting in the Fossil Fish Cave to play the game. If you're too big to climb through the Anglerfish lookout hole, you'll have to go the long way, but it isn't far. Go to the Stepping Stone Cave, and then up onto the Fossil Fish Cave. I tried to get to the Fossil Fish Cave through the Stepping Stone Cave, but I couldn't find the entrance. Where is it? Remember to feed the fossil fish first. If you go to the Anglerfish Overlook and throw a light into its mouth, he'll show you the way. He'll show you the way. Is this a hint to use the scout launcher? Tiger can't fit through the Anglerfish Overlook hole anymore, because he grew bigger. He's taller than Lavi now. Who cares? Alex is still the tallest. Oof. Okay, another bust door. Are we playing the fossil fish game tonight? I fed the fossil fish a new lantern. If you go into Stepping Stone Cave, the entrance to the fossil fish cave is easy to see now. Gratitude, Selenum. It's good that you're small enough to climb in through the hole at the anglerfish overlook. I'm still small enough. You won't be for long. Mom and Dad are tall, so you and I will be tall too. I mean, we left the scout there for that reason, really, but... Stepping Stone Cave. I think we're out of time again. This is filling up. Scout is above us. What's this? Oh, it's the other side of that, right. Okay. Well, what can we do that's left here? We can get in here. This is back where we were, right? I mean, eventually we're going to be able to reach up there. Ow. Oh, we got a puncture. Patch it. Guess these cactuses. Is this the room I even wanted to be in? I just took a kind of punt and hoped for the best, but I don't think it is. No, we're not. We want to be in here. I'd have to put a scout in there, I think, to get an idea of where it was. This one. Who's been computing shuttle trajectories to the sun station? Don't worry, the station is in such a low shelter orbit. We've constructed a different, safer way to travel there from Ash Twin. That would be Pi. I told her we wouldn't be travelling there by shuttle, and that the sun station doesn't even have a landing pad, but she said she knew. It's a purely theoretical exercise on my part, Yarrow. Who doesn't love computing a low stellar orbit shuttle trajectory? I look forward to working with you, but I'm also relieved it will be easy to return to Ash Twin regularly. Okay, so we have to go via Ash Twin to get to that station by the sounds of it. Where does this go? Oh, right, I see. Oh yeah, oxygen. Ow. Not been in here. This is the eye shrine thing, right? I think we're too late for going in there. Ow! Stupid cactuses. No, 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 no. I don't have time for this. Silly cactuses. Ow, are you kidding me? Okay, I'm not sure what was in there. Ah, this leads to the other door, right? Gravity Canyon. Now we still have the bottom of this place to check out. So is the ash twin that's leaking into here a new occurrence then? Because how could they have lived down there if it was doing that constantly? Guessing we wanted to avoid that building. Oh, are we getting out? Another shuttle station thing here. Well, it's filled with sand, so. Good to know it's here, though. Ooh, careful. Look at it now, look. Is Ryback over there? Oh no, that was Ryback. He's on Brittle Hollow. Keeps detecting people on different planets. I don't know where our guy is on this one. To be fair, we've not explored much of this island, this planet yet. More just underneath. Another ice shrine. Why is it here? Is that part of the observatory maybe that they were in? Is that a window? Back at the ship before it's caked in sand. What is this over here? Oh, another door, right. Didn't find the other side of that though, did we? Should we take off and see what else is around before we run out of time? We could also go to the Ash Twin and see what the deal is there. Oh, we're not been here. What's this? Whoa. Now let me read this first, before the sun implodes. This planet sometimes, and only sometimes, has a moon. This is also of note. It disappears if no one is watching it. Isn't that a fascinating orbital characteristic? This is my first time encountering a natural satellite, with the ability to vanish when not being watched. We should study it. Or even better, we should travel there. I agree. Our first step would be to determine a method to track this phantom moon, so that we can always know where it is. I found your note, Mallory. Kindly count me among this moon's admirers. What is happening when it disappears? I doubt it ceases to exist. Does it move to another location? I believe so. Not only does the moon appear around Brittle Hollow, I can confirm it sometimes orbits Timber Hearth as well. Given its reluctance to move while consciously observed, it might be a form of microscopic quantum mechanics. Brittle Hollow. Is this just tracking the planets? Yeah, it is. That's our planet. What is this? Doesn't seem to know what it's doing, does it? That's Brittle Hollow. Oh, is this the moon? So this is where the moon is currently. Interesting. It's a way of finding it, I suppose. Is there anything over here, or...? So we've got this thing that we need to investigate earlier. We've landed there already. There's still more down in that settlement we need to investigate. Hold on, is that our friend? I see a campsite. Coming down. Hey, buddy. Oh, you're short. Oh, hello. Come sit with me, my fellow traveller. Let's sit together and watch the stars die. If it helps, we're in a time loop, so we won't really die. Ah, that's a lovely thought. Is that how you're coping with this? Does it help? Well, how do you know the stars are dying? Time loop, you said. I like that idea. Okay, well, I don't know if we're just out of time or if that's just all you say. Eat 10 burnt marshmallows. Which makes me think you could eat that. You could get them not burnt. Is there a way to cook them perfectly? That's his ship then. How do they get into their ship? Okay, one last visit. You know, is there any way to get like a picture of ourselves, what we look like? Because we only ever see ourselves inside the suit. You can't use the scout launcher unless you got the suit on. Just a thought. Okay, let's see what we got then. Nomad children used to play a game of Fossil Fish Cave. There is a way to enter Fossil Fish Cave from Stepping Stone Cave. The entrance from Stepping Stone Cave is hard to see unless the anglerfish is fed a light first. The Nomai city built into the walls of a huge underground cavern. The city is divided vertically into 4 districts. The Nomai debated building a sun station in order to power the Ash Twin project. Now, is the Ash Twin project the same as what was used for the orbital cannon? There's what they built over Giant's Deep. Is that what that was for? Is this a different project? Several Nomai opposed its construction, arguing that failure could result in the destruction of the solar system, which seems to be the case. Which would make sense if that probe being shot off at the beginning of each loop would mean that it did whatever it did, but at a cost. Church Camp. Church has set up their astronomy gear on the North Pole of Amber Twin. Church has become catatonic in response to our son's imminent death. How does he know that? Should we go back to him first? There is a way to safely travel to the sun station from Ash Twin. The Nomad debated building a sun station in order to power the Ash Twin project. I don't know if we can say any more to him, but we'll get back there as quick as we can. And then I want to jump down into that encampment again. But do we have to go the long way again? Is there a faster way there? I mean, we came out a different way, didn't we? Near the launching thing. Oh. The autopilot does not take into consideration all the bodies in the way. It's not technically started leaking yet, has it? Oh, it looks a bit different now that there's no sand there, huh? It's a huge bloody chasm, look. Goodness, it's you. Hello. Take it your first launch went well then. Welcome to the Hourglass Twins. Mind the sun now. What are you up to? One fellow's asked me to update our star charts, so I'm out here observing. This is one of the best places in the solar system to spot astronomical events, you know. What's weird is, I've actually seen a couple of supernovas today. Usually I'd be fortunate just to see one. Keep an eye out for on the stars, and maybe you'll spot one yourself. Tell me, what can I do for you? I found something. Please do tell. I found your notes about the Atl Rock's main crater. Did you? I hope they were useful. The planet I mentioned may have been frozen solid, or just practically made of ice. Like a much colder Giant's Deep. It's hard to say. It used to be the 5th planet in our solar system. You'll notice, of course, that there is no such planet now. In its place is Dark Bramble, which, how to put this, grew into the space that 5th planet used to occupy. That is, Dark Bramble quite literally appeared at the center of the 5th planet and began destroying it from the inside out. Eventually the planet shattered completely, and its shards were flung across space. Some of these shards collided with the celestial bodies in our solar system, such as the Atl Rock, which I believe is how its bigger crater was formed. I have a question for you. How do I know if I've spotted a supernova? Supernovae look like extra bright stars to the naked eye, but if you zoom in with your signal scope, you can tell that they're actually enormous explosions. Massive stars go supernova at the very end of their lifespans, which is why it's so unusual to see 2 in a single day. Which is odd if you think about ours exploding, can't really be related to the Sun project because they're all exploding, right? More or less. Why would they all be exploding just because of something they were doing here? I wonder if some of these stars are older than we realised. What are you doing out here? Right now I'm documenting stars. Hornfels noted our star charts are out of date, so they asked me to update them. Please don't tell the others I said this, but sometimes I think I'm the only traveller out here that's interested in doing any science at all. Maybe don't tell Hornfels either. I think they're pretty deep in denial. Where should I explore here? To be honest, I haven't left this lake bed. I don't mean to brag, but I'm really quite good with my little scout. So I've been taking pictures of everything from right here in my campsite. Have you seen the old shipwreck site on Embertwin's southern hemisphere? The one shooting a bright beam of light into the sky? It's not one of our own crushes, surprisingly enough. This one's a nomad ship. We'll find nomad ruins across the Twins, but strangely not a single settlement. Believe me, if there was one to see, I'd have seen it with my little scout. So where did they live? Not on the surface, clearly. Embertwin is all full of cave systems, though. Maybe the answer lies underground? Sure does. How dangerous is that big column of falling sand? On a scale of 1 to dead, I'd give it a 7 or 8. Awfully pretty, though. Right now, sand is falling from Ash Twin to Embertwin. But did you know the process eventually reverses? We're not completely sure why the sand flows back and forth between the twins, but it seems to be a natural phenomenon. Or if you'd like to see something interesting, check out the other twin, once a little more of the sun drains off. I promise you won't be disappointed. I found something. I found no more writing about the quantum moon. Oh yes, everyone loves a good mystery, don't they? Who wouldn't wonder about a moon that's sometimes there and sometimes not? I've observed the quantum moon orbiting each of the 5 planets, but sometimes it quite simply disappears from the sky altogether. Maybe there's another place it travels to? Unfortunately, if there is, I've never seen it. Perhaps if I take a closer look at the star charts? That is one of the big mysteries. Okay, let's get back down there. We may have wasted too much time already, but... hold on. If I do... Cher has spotted an unusually high number of supernovas recently. I don't think that other thing's on the map though, is it? That launch pad thing. I was going to try and go there and get in. There, I didn't really see where this went either. Or down there. Let's see if we can just find it. There's the... whatever that is. The energy thing. There it is. So it does seemingly flow back into the other planet there, which makes sense, it being called the Hourglass. I don't know if I should land on this, because I'm assuming a shuttle can land on this. Which maybe is what takes me to that station on the sun. Careful. Oh. That might be a slight problem, but we'll worry about that later. We're going to investigate this. Even though it's already tilting, which is not a good sign, is it? The shuttle is currently resting at the Comet. Huh. Call the shuttle home. Activate the gravity cannon. The Sunless City. Is this where we just were? Oh, well. Unless there's a way to get rid of those things, we're not going anywhere there. I mean, since we're right here, we'll see if this will take us somewhere. I fear our situation may be dire. Pipepoke and I have landed here on this comet, not long after its arrival in this star system. Our shuttle's equipment heard strange energy readings, coming from somewhere beneath the surface. I and Poke were able to locate a fissure in the ice on the comet's sunward side, and they descended inside to investigate the source of the readings. But I and my sister have been gone for a long time now. They haven't contacted me since descending below the surface, either. Should I leave the shuttle to look for them? I want to follow protocol, but I don't know what I'll do if they aren't well. Poke, hi. Come back to me safely, my friends. Well, that's not worrying at all. Now, does this thing have to be lined up with the interloper to be able to launch this? Have we already missed our window? Oh, the interloper's right around here, look. Because this just launches us forward, right? This isn't how they got to the sun station, I guess. Oh, yeah, the whole thing's tipping. I think we'd have to be here a lot earlier, I think. Oh, we're away. I don't know how these really work. Where are we? This is just taking us back, right? So left. What does right do then? So I don't know if it's like auto travels to where we want it to, or if it just shoots forward. I mean, I feel like it's just drifting, right? Or is it locating it? I don't know. Oh, look, a supernova. Ah! Take us back! Fuck. Oh, is that one of their outfits? Didn't even notice that. Okay, well... I think we're a bit too late for this, though it is kind of lined up again. It depends when the interloper even passes in front of this. Like, it's kind of... it's out there. But the whole tower tilts because of the sand really early on. Interloper's going by, so maybe this is our opportunity to do it. I just don't know how we send it. Do I push it forward? That seems to be a return. That does nothing. Also, do you have to time it right? Or do you just go as soon as you can see it lined up? Like, how does that work? So, like, this still launches us, right? But then it kind of just drifts. Like going into this, just going around this. Oh, that was it. That was our chance. Damn it. I mean, was that our chance? It seemed like a very small window there. I feel like it might have been... you might have to do it before the whole thing just tilts. It's around the side of the sun then. There's Brittle Hollow. The last place we'll go to, probably. One of the last. Apparently we need some way past an anglerfish that lives there, so... we need to get into that cave to find out what that is. The antelope is all the way over there now. Can't mark it up. So I could see it a bit easier, but... makes me wonder if that's from Brittle Hollow as well. Dark Bramble, sorry. I get those names confused, don't know why. We're just rotating the sun again. I don't think we're ever going to get lined up with it. I imagine it's quite early on. I just wonder if you can just send it off to anything else. Like, are we actually travelling anywhere at this point? Because I feel like we're just kind of floating. And now we can't return. Well, that's probably a problem then. I guess it's filled up with too much sand now. Well, it's definitely something to try and do. Whoop. Well, I didn't quite mean to fall out. I mean, it can instantly travel back. So does it instantly travel to the comet? But why take this? Couldn't we just fly to it? It's passing by the white hole or whatever that is. The other side of Brittle Hollow, basically. Oh, we're over here. We're just drifting out, huh? Well, I think we're just going to drift now until the supernova comes. Because there it is.